Today we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. We're going to be doing a ton of different things, we'll see what happens, but I have a lot to go over that I have done off camera and that I want to share with you guys. But before we go ahead and do that, if you are going to go ahead and purchase anything on the Cosmic Store at all, make sure to use my creator code. It is literally my branding name and I'd very much appreciate it a ton. Anyways, I want to go over a few things that I've done. I've upgraded my set. As you can see, it is quite upgraded. And if we go to the top of the farm here, we are almost done with all the potatoes at the top layer. As you can see, we're getting pretty close. The farm has been doing really good since last video. I actually gave the harvester a tier 1 upgrade and put it down to the 30-second interval. So now we get the extra 5% XP, which is really good towards getting our island level up, which we are island level 8. And we are also going to go ahead and sell all the potatoes that we have gathered over, like, I think 2 days almost. So we're just going to sell these. It's not like an insane amount of money, but it's definitely money we should be selling. I could cook them down, but it's not really worth it for now because we're not going to be using potatoes for the whole time, so it's not really necessary to cook them. I did go ahead and put on my mask that I did obtain. It is the Infinity, I believe, mask. And basically what this does is you actually get a 5% sell bonus and a 2.5% island XP bonus. I'm not certain if the island XP counts towards a quest, but you never know. I've also been saving items in here that we're gonna go ahead and sell so we can get some extra money here too. Basically, I've just been saving a lot of money worth of items to do a big sell, just get some extra cash, and we'll keep a bit of the chicken because I don't really have much for adventure food. And then I have everything categorized that we are saving for recipes. If we go into PV3, we do have some recipes I've been gathering over time. I actually did claim the carrot and the sugarcane recipe already. I just didn't record it. So we have these unlocked. We just don't have the actual requirements besides those two. But if we go back into PV3, we got melons and torch flower, which is pretty good. We just have to get the beetroot and bamboo, which are quite pricey. So we are going to go ahead and purchase another bamboo page. I've been purchasing a lot of these because I'm skipping over Iron Adventure because I got really lucky with a loot box pull. So I actually sold an item from there. I think it was a Lost Wasteland adventure mask. So the plague mask. I sold it for 40 slot tickets, which these scale in price over the time of the map, so I've been selling them to make some money. So I got really lucky, which we are going to go ahead and put, I believe, 2 slots up. So currently right now they're around 550k. We'll go ahead and do that. Should get us some good money over time here, and we can put it into more bamboo pages and beetroot because we need that as well. But yes, I'm saving every single bit of glowberries and sweet berries, then pitcher plant once we get there, and same with spider eyes, because in slash recipes we're going to be getting, I believe, fruit punch, which requires you to use a smelting bot as well. And then we're also going to be getting jungle elixir, which is pretty decent for the items that you have to really get, and you also use a smelting bot, so it's not too difficult to use. We do have a smelting bot because I've been getting a lot of bots prepared for automation, same with link chests. And I also did manage to get iron and copper fuel. I've been purchasing a lot of recipes, so I have them before they kind of go extinct. That's why you want to play from the start of the map, because recipes kind of go away after like 2 weeks of when the adventure initially is popular. So chain recipes like coal fuel will eventually become kind of obsolete because it's the initial adventure and everything scales and gets better over time. But we are going to go ahead and claim the iron and then the copper fuel recipes. And then we also have jungle elixir and fruit punch, so we're going to claim those, get those on our island. So now if we wanted, we could craft these when we use our auto smelting bot, which is good. So we'll be saving all the resources we get for the time being. Oh yeah, and I've also been doing my skills. I'm trying to get all my PvE skills up because it's really useful to get these up if you're doing adventures. So I got the food loss one and the 10% more damage, or outgoing damage I should say. Basically, you need specific ranks to unlock specific ones, and you have to do them from level 1 to 8 in order, of course, and you get a lot of good benefits, so it's really good. So yes, I've been spending a lot of time on getting these skill token shards and just buying skill tokens. And then another thing I've been working on is the tools. We actually got a Shatter 6 pickaxe, which basically, once we set up nodes, which we are going to do in today's video, is basically this shatters ores on the ground. If we go into enchants and hover over it, it literally says it explodes the ores nearby when you're mining the resource nodes. So it's really good for quests. People use that enchant a lot. And then I've gotten this hoe up with explosive, which essentially just breaks a radius when you break a few crops. So as you can can see it did that. It's pretty efficient. We'll get this quest done, and then we'll check if we can buy a skill token shard. I think there was one on the auction house. Okay, we'll buy it. So now we can make a skill token, as you can see, and we're gonna get a new skill. We'll go into PvE, and now when we leave adventures, it takes 50% less of the time it would take to normally leave an adventure, so we cut it in half, which is really, really good. And one of the big things about Island Level 8, by the way, I completely forgot to mention, we do actually unlock the cows. If we go into Island Level, we did unlock cow spawners and coal nodes. So we couldn't even do coal fuel for our automation system here previously. I genuinely didn't even think about that, if I'm gonna be completely honest, that it's at a specific requirement to get the coal working. So now we can eventually start doing coal fuel if we really want to. So we're gonna go ahead and set up cows now. I think that is the plan. It's just gonna be a simple cow setup there, nothing too complex. So we're gonna go into shop and buy a little bit of wood, just maybe a stack. That's about it. And then we're gonna expand this out just a little bit. If I'm gonna be completely honest, we need to put down as many cow spawners as we can, because these are like the most essential spawners we got for the time being. And actually, if we go into island upgrades, we can increase our stack size, or where is it? Oh yeah, it's right here. So we can increase this with money and our island level. So we can put 12 instead of 10. So we can get it to 18 in total. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that just so we can go ahead and stack these easier. And then we'll go ahead and put more in the chickens and the rabbits, might as well. And then I'm also actually gonna get the amount that we can place on our island as a whole up to another 1,000, just so we have more. We might as well do that too. So we put a slab above the cow location, just so then we can kind of shift and then go like this and kill the cows. It's just the most efficient way to go about it, at least I believe. So as you can see, we got the cows going. That is really good, because basically when your island level goes up, your quest requirements for like XP gained goes up. So the difference between cows and chickens is significant. So if you look at rabbits, you gain 1 island XP, and then you get 3 from chicken, so you get another 2, so that's 5 in total just on cows. And then I believe it goes to 10 if I'm not mistaken on spider, which is insane, but that's island level 14, so we won't be there for a while. So if I wanted to go ahead and just kill some cows here, yeah, this is way quicker. One thing I completely forgot about, island level 14 we can get silverfish, which are a mergeable spawner. I don't really know how the merged spawners work, but we are gonna get the requirement for that and hit that at level 14 when we hit spiders. So that's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, and about the sword we have, I did apply Inquisitive 5. This gives a ton more XP, and especially because cows give a ton of just regular player XP, that on top of this is insane. Our scoreboard, if we look at it and it updates here in a bit, we gain like 400 to 500 XP every update, which is absolutely insane when we're clicking pretty decently fast. One thing we haven't tapped into yet this map is of course island mining. We haven't gotten anywhere into that. All of the nodes that I have obtained were from adventure, and I've just not used them at all whatsoever. So in /island mining, we can see that we have log nodes by default. We need to mine 25 of them so we can go ahead and unlock these stones. So we're gonna go ahead and place all these down, and that should be 25 at least. Let's grab this out, our efficiency 5 stone axe, and we're gonna wait on these to spawn in, and then we'll mine these up. And we're also gonna go ahead and buy a bamboo page, which gets us, I believe, 1 away from getting bamboo, which is good. We'll maybe get that done today if we can, just so we have the recipe available, because last map I couldn't even get it. I was too late to the party, so I quite literally could not get it. But there we go, we got ourselves cobblestone nodes, so we can go ahead and shift and break these, insta-mine them with our hand. So it's been a little bit since I recorded the last clip, and the reason for that is I needed to take a little bit of a break, but now we are back. And if we go ahead and look at PV1, I did buy this gem for like 115,000. Continuum is a really good gem that you kind of want on a hoe or a sword ideally, and we're gonna put it on the hoe once I get a basic socket, which I could put it on a legendary or godly, I guess, in a sense, because I don't need basic. So we'll go ahead and apply this, see if it works out, and we have exactly enough dust. Oh my gosh. We'll go ahead and just apply it, see if it works, and it did. Let's go. It got on the legendary socket. So now when we do a quest and complete it, it's gonna have like extra progression sometimes in the next quest that shows up, which is really good. But we need to get back to setting up the cobblestone nodes here. So we're gonna go ahead and start placing these in, and then we have to mine a ton of these in order to get up to coal. And we do have some enriched ones I did buy off the auction house. I think these count towards island mining if I'm not mistaken, because we need 1,000 mined, and then we could do either the coal nodes 9,000 or cobblestone 4,000 for iron, which we're gonna do the cobblestone. But I want to go ahead and test out Shatter and see if it works. Oh my gosh. And we just got a farming quest for heroic. I don't think we'll be able to complete it, which is kind of unfortunate. We're probably only gonna get a 1-star, which is not the end of the world, but definitely not what I would want. I'm not too certain if island captchas, like when it pulls up a captcha and you have to choose a random item or block, I'm not too certain if it actually counts towards questing. I'd assume it would, but I'm not too certain. Anyways, we're gonna get 50,000 here, and we're probably gonna get a 2-star, so I gotta keep my eyes on the crops when they're grown. But if we go ahead and mine for a bit, Shatter should proc. There we go. So it procs pretty often, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it just did it really quickly there. Wow. So if we had like a full platform of this, that would go crazy. One thing I am gonna do is buy a lot of coal nodes here, and the reason I'm buying these is so we can mine coal once we unlock it, and that is gonna be a good option. So at that rate with Shatter, I think we'll just do the 9,000 coal because we can do island quests during that time period, which will be worth it. So if we look at island mining, we already have 200 of the way to coal, which is good. And also this particle looking block here is actually a mining rush, which basically just gives a ton of gems and repeats until it runs out after 50 breaks. So I got gems here, as you can see, which is not the worst and not like the best, but it's definitely really good. It's worth it when you're mining diamonds and whatever, but definitely not the greatest when you're starting out unless you are starting from like day one doing this. And the reason I say that is because it's only $3,000 per gem currently, so it's not that great anyways. I don't think we're going to be able to get a 2-star on our farming island quest unless I log out for a while. So I might do that because apparently if you log out, it keeps the current timer, and then when you log in, it starts again. I don't know if that's intentional, and I'm hoping it's not, but for now, I'm going to use that to my advantage for the fact that I don't have many crops placed. And then I'm going to come back once we actually have the quest done, because I want to do a mining quest and show how easy it is. But right now, we're kind of stuck on the farming one for the time being. So I'm going to give an update here in a moment. So it is the next day, and I want to give an update on the island mining situation, as well as the quest that we were going to get done. Quite literally, I did get the farming quest done, and I also got a Slayer quest done, as you can see here. So we've got 2 tier 1s we can go ahead and open for heroic. So we're going to go ahead, open this up. We got a heroic key and a tier 1 harvester upgrade. Okay. The heroic key is not the worst. It's a little bit of money, but it's definitely not what I'm looking for. And also, I do want to quickly mention, there was a new loot box and cosmic crate that came out recently. As you can see, we have this loot box bundle. This is going to be given away in my Discord server, so make sure to go ahead and join that. It'll be started by the time this video is up. I got to open my own cosmic crate. I did record it, but it was too much opening of loot, so I didn't really want to put it in the video. But I did get a lot of money, and I started buying things, and I bought player skill tokens, which is really, really good because I did max out my PvE skill now. We have that done, and I want to get fly on the island. Ideally, you could go for level 8 and get the +1 max gems, which realistically is good if you mine a lot of nodes, but I personally do not care for that too much right now. So we're going to focus on just getting fly, and we'll maybe get the other 2 skill tokens in the future. So we're going to go ahead and claim all of these, and then we're going to go into skills, go to island, and we go in order, and there we go. We got fly /fly, and there we go. So we're going to give an update on island mining. As you can see, we got the cobblestone going. I did roughly a decent amount because I wanted to test out how the quests would work, and it works pretty well. Whatever XP the amount you get here from one node, so if I broke one of these, it's 1 XP on your island, counts towards 1 on the quest. And then if you have Shatter, it will count every single one of them that it breaks with Shatter, dependent on the XP. So if it was like, let's say coal nodes, which I believe are 5, okay, they give 5 XP. So what that means is if I broke 5 of them with Shatter and it gives 5, I get 25. It's pretty overpowered for getting quests done. That's why I decided to buy even more coal nodes. So now we have over 2 stacks of coal nodes, and we're gonna probably place down 2 stacks for just mining purposes. That's quite literally it. And all of these are gonna go away because we don't really need it to get iron. We could definitely do it though and get like all the way up to 4,000, but we're gonna be mining coal anyways for island quests, so it does not really matter at the end of the day. Okay, we're gonna make it a shape for Shatter to mine it easily. That is the plan, and I think we're gonna have to adjust this a little bit, just so that it works out a bit better. If I'm gonna be straightforward, it needs to be more of a square than a rectangle. So we're gonna trim it down to this much, and that should be good. So now if I go along here, and I'll grab some more nodes, we'll get 4 more. This should hopefully be good enough for just this layout, and that should be it. So when they're all generated, we mine them, and then it'll break a ton of them, and count towards island XP on mining quests. And also, I got spiders and silverfish ready for island level 14. I got the requirement for killing cows on the island. I got that done by killing all the mobs for heroic, and we are island level 9 with 40% now, 41 almost. So we're slowly getting up there towards our next island level 10, which I believe I want to hit level 10 at some point to get the 20 stack of the spawner limit. So it's double the amount we started with. I feel like that's a good amount, personally. I've also been buying more automation stuff for the future here. I've prepared a ton of this, got limit increases that we're gonna redeem at some point, and a lot of linked ender chests and collection, and what else? We got a lot of crops here I've been buying as well. And that reminds me, we were working on bamboo and beetroot. I did get those done, so we're gonna go ahead and claim those. So all the farming recipes for Lost Wasteland are done, and I also got hot sauce, which is an extension recipe from the fruit punch. If we go to hot sauce here, it requires fruit punch and then spiced nectar, which is just torch flowers in a smelter bot. So we'll definitely be claiming this. And then I'm gonna try and get off camera the Druid Infusion, which requires either fresh or farmed turtle eggs and then the jungle elixir, so it's another extension recipe. That's usually how they work. But if I go ahead and mine this, hopefully we get a quest here. No, we didn't get a quest, so we're gonna try and get one. We got a farm. We do want to get at least one mining quest. That is the plan. So I can at least show it off how quick it is with the coal nodes down. Okay, so we got a slaying quest now, so I'm gonna complete this one and hopefully we get mining. All right, we got a legendary mining quest and we did get Continuum to actually proc, so we got 75 into it to begin with. We are gonna go ahead and mine some coal. And there we go. We just got up to 335 in no time at all. And there we go, 465. We just keep mining and it's gonna keep proccing and getting us there quicker and quicker. And quite literally, we can complete a legendary quest in no time at all here. Oh my gosh. And then all the coal we can just sell if we really want to. There's no use for the coal anyways, so we kinda can just do that. But I'm finally glad we got mining going so I can do the mining quest pretty easily. So that's how you get the island mining quest done. You pretty much just get Shatter on your pickaxe and you go from there with any kind of ore, and depending on which ones you can mine, depending on your type of pickaxe. If I'm gonna be straightforward, I'm glad we got this done. Let's go.